Back. It's been a while since the Home Alone build, but we are back, and what we're back with, Oz?
The new Ninjago comic that actually came out last month.
Show the people.
We
bought this ages ago.
Yeah.
We've had this just, and fair play to the kid, he's stoic with the fact that he's not opened this thing. We've had this for ages, but so much has got in the way that we just haven't got a chance to get round to it. But we know we've got to get this done before the next one comes out, and Christmas, and Avengers comic, and yeah. So, who do we get in this one, Oz?
We get the Maaray Guard.
The Maaray Guard. Now,
I thought this was a snake at first, and if you ask me, Ninjago's done snakes too many times now.
A lot of snakes in Ninjago.
Even this new season is about snakes.
Yeah.
Like, jeez.
And they're all orange.
Exactly, orange and black.
Show the people the figure. So, he's actually an eel.
Yeah.
He's a snake. But he's an eel. He's actually an eel.
Yeah, these, considering his boss is like some squid thing, he does look a lot like the previous snakes from Ninjago.
He does.
So,
I actually like this one, and I'll tell you why. Because the bulk of these magazines, I'd say in 12 in a year, you're probably going to get all of the ninjas twice, right? Or at least one and a half. So you'll get all of the ninjas, and you'll get like Wu, and then you'll get a slight variation of a Kai or a slight variation of Cole. I like when you get a villain, because you don't have one of those.
No.
Do you know what I mean? So that's not a slight variation on something. That's a new villain. You don't have that villain.
Sometimes you do get little builds. So like you could get one of those little submarines they ride in, which I'm actually quite interested in because they've got the colours.
I've never seen that. I thought it was always minifigs they did. I didn't think they ever actually did little builds.
They do them in the Jurassic Park one.
They do the Jurassic Park one. I know they do it in that, and I know they do it in Star Wars. They do as well, because George Lucas ain't giving away nothing with a magazine, so it tends to be. Here's a little. I mean, the amount of Star Wars minifigs, they could easily give you a Star Wars minifig in
Just
each.
like, yeah,
each comic they could.
C-3PO,
They
R2.
could. There's that many they could, but they don't.
Yeah.
Cheers, George Lucas. But yeah, Jurassic World I know is very big on the mini builds, and there is a Lego comic that just does mini builds.
Yeah.
So you can get, like, it'll be a little dog or a plant.
Jack gets them, doesn't he? He got a parrot one.
And Lego City, you actually get quite a lot with that. You get, like, you typically get a minifigure and a build.
The thing is, with the Marvel, Star Wars, and DC ones,
the licenses.
Yeah, they have a minimum they can do, but with Ninjago and Lego City and all that, they can just go.
It's owned by Lego, so they can do their own thing. They can do
what they want with it. So. Yeah.
So why don't we crack on? Oz is going to pop this thing open and build him. I don't think he's going to take that long to build. Plus, the kid here knows what he's doing, so we should rocket through this fairly quickly. But let's get into it. Something out, Oz. Let's see what we're working with.
Not a lot of stuff, but
not a ton of stuff, but unique headpiece, man.
Yeah. I've never had a headpiece like that. Plus this armour's new. I mean, I suppose you do get it with that golden ninja. But still quite new. I like that I like the flipper colour though.
Good colour.
Yeah.
Good colour, like aquamarine, it's nice.
Yeah.
Matches his hands as well. You know, he's got good coloration on it, and I'm already looking at what you're building. I'm liking this figure, mate. I've got to be honest.
Do you know what else I like? This piece here. This got the edge of a dragon head on it.
Oh, sweet. What is it?
It's like... Well, they use it with the
swords.
It's
part of his dagger.
Yeah,
okay.
They use it for weapon edges, but it came with the Destiny's Bounty sets using it as golden weapon.
So let's see the guy.
Pieces and stuff.
So here he is. Here is the Maaray Guard. Now he's just henchman, isn't he?
Yeah,
that's all he is.
Henchman.
He's not like top guy. He's just like one of the boys that's to be beaten up.
Yeah.
He is there to get kicked in the head by a ninja. That's his job. That's his role.
Or get harpooned.
But
they have harpoons.
I'll say, man, I look the blue on black. I think looks pretty sweet, man. I quite like that.
Unlike the other head snake ones they did with orange and black.
This body print's nice as well.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm digging this. I mean, the legs could have done some. Oh no, Oh, they have got print on the legs.
Oh, do you know what else I like? You see these shoulder pads?
Yeah.
They used it for Samurai X in Destiny's Bounty set.
Right.
But in a red style. So I like how they've done it gold.
I like this. I actually like this. I think this is quite cool. I mean, the one thing I will say immediately, he's not going to fit into 90% of the vehicles.
No.
Because of his enormous head. But no, I'm quite surprised by that, because I wasn't really thinking much of this, and I actually think that's...
At first I'm like, oh god, it's just another villain to go with my massive villain collection. But now I'm looking at it, I like the sideburns because they look like water. It's going up in and stuff like that. I mean, they did do that with Kai in season 13, I think it was. No, season 11.
I like it, man. The fangs, the eyes.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah. I like the weapon as well. I think that's just going to come in handy.
Yeah, I mean, again, that weapon's nice as well. I mean, it's the traditional side dagger, but I mean, with a dragon handle as well.
That's nice.
It's a nice thing, man. Now, I'll be honest with you. We've had this discussion. I didn't rate the scuba ninjas. The underwater theme didn't do it for me. I thought it was alright, but...
It didn't. Space Ninjas is gonna be next.
Space Ninjas. It's not next. We know it's not. We know it's not next. But I'm telling you, at some point, ninjas in space is gonna happen.
Do you know what else I hate about this water series? Ever since Nia's apparently left Ninjago, people are like, "Oh God, Nia's dead. Nia's dead. Please."
She ain't dead.
She ain't dead if she's in the new sets.
There you go. There we have him. That's the Maaray card. I like him.
He's cool.
It's unique. That's what I like about it.
I like the blue bits on his head coming up with the blue eyes. That's nice.
I think it's a nice thing. Now, I mean, we were going to go through the whole comic, but it's always the same.
No one likes the comic.
It's always the same. So what we will show you, though, is...
the next figure.
Yeah, who is going to be...
Nia.
Scuba Nia.
Yeah, my second favourite ninja because I like the colour.
Pretty sure that will be the end of Scuba in the comics, won't it?
We've only had 3. 3 before her.
Yeah, but aren't they moving on to the new theme?
I suppose that, but when we were doing the jungle videos...
they were already on Scuba when we were still doing jungle. Maybe they'll keep going with the... Maybe they'll keep going with Scuba, I don't know. I thought that would be it. So who have we had from the underwater?
Scuba J, who was second, and Scuba Cole, who was first. And of course this new
and the guard and Nia. Okay, well maybe there'll be more. I don't know. Is there a Scuba Zane?
Yeah.
He's a robot, wouldn't he just...
there's the thing, in season 2, when they got the Destiny's Bounty, when they didn't know he was a robot, he could breathe underwater like mad crazy for like 13 minutes, so...
We've seen the Ninjago sets for 2022.
I like them. I do. There's that one set that's got all of 4 vehicles in, and I really love that set. Oh god.
The theme of this year is Evo, isn't it? Evolution.
Yeah.
So all of the sets have got, you build it, and then there's more to add to it. And that sounds strange, but there'll be like a mech that you build, and then its Evo is more adds to it. So you add armor and stuff to it, and it sort of powers up.
If you think about it, wouldn't you just keep it as the
you would.
Full powered up?
Yeah, you would. There is a massive set in there, and what it is, it borrows heavily from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
I love it. I just love this set.
4, isn't it? 4 or 5 little vehicles? 4 little vehicles.
You've got Jay's jet that sits on top of it. You've got Kai's mech that goes in the middle, and then you've got Cole's like Earth Driller that goes on his legs, and then Zane's mech splits into 2 arms. And what's cool about this is that it creates a massive mech. Yeah,
so it's 4 little vehicles that bolt together to make one giant mech, like Power Rangers.
Also,
or, if you're old enough, and I'm old enough, Starfleet. So as much as Power Rangers claim that as their own, they go, no, it's Power Rangers. Starfleet were doing it way before you were doing it.
But the thing I also like about Zane's mech, I know it splits in 2, but you got a little seat for a robotic Woo, as done in these previous water sets.
There's interesting things as well in the new sets, because I mean we've seen some fairly unique looking guns.
Dojo as well. And
the dojo, there's a dojo that's nice, and we're hearing that the dojo is modular. There's sets that add on to the dojo.
Yeah, there are good mechs, but the thing with the dragons,
yeah,
they kind of suck.
They do. I mean, there's
really suck.
There's a new fire dragon, and the legacy fire dragon is just so much better than the new one.
Really better than the new fire dragon. I put it on my.
And what's with the fat dragon?
Exactly.
In the new series, there's a fat dragon. I mean, it's the only way you can describe it. Fat dragon. It's got this weird kind of body plate that's unique. This fat dragon.
My only complaint about these season sets is that you get a bunch of vehicles for the ninjas, but nothing for the villains.
Nothing for the villains. So the snakes are back.
All you get with the snakes are
you get guns, you get guns and tiny little, like a jetpack or a tiny little go-kart.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, they're not really a threat then, are they? There needs to be, in my opinion, there needs to either be a
big boss with a big,
there needs to
weapon.
be. Well, this is the thing. Ninjago keep making these mechs.
Yeah, but
there's no villain mech.
Exactly.
So what are they fighting in their hero mech?
I know, with these mechs and all that, I think they're just getting a bit too old now. If you think about it, over all of these years, I know I've been collected since I was 4, but since I've been 4 to now, it's just been
they've gone a bit mech mental, haven't they?
They do a new Marvel mech every year. 3 new mechs.
Well, they did 2 what if sets. They did 2 what if sets. Both of them were mechs.
You get the Hydra Stomper and you get the Sicarian Iron Man that you don't even see in the show.
They're both mechs. There was 2 Spider-Man sets that involved mechs.
Yeah, you got that Doc Ock versus Spider-Man one and that Venom versus Spider-Man.
Yeah. They've then released all the individual Marvel mechs.
Yeah. And then cancelled them.
They've done 4 Hulkbusters.
Yeah, they did the Endgame Hulkbuster, the Avengers Hulkbuster. They did that Sicarian Hulkbuster.
And they did the
Infinity War, didn't they?
Well, 5 then, because they've also done that big collector's kind of.
Oh yeah, that.
They did the massive one. They did War Machine, which is essentially a Hulkbuster.
Yeah, the War Machine Buster. You don't even see that in the movie. That's my biggest complaint about those Marvel sets. You don't even see them.
They did Ironmonger, which is also a mech.
Exactly.
The new Ninjago range has got, I think, 4 mechs in it.
They've got that 4+ Lloyd mech. They've got a Zane mech, because that was the first set.
Yeah.
They've got that Kai mech in the dojo.
And the one that all bolts together to be a mech.
Yeah.
Scale it back on the mechs. Lego, scale it back on the mechs. And if you're not going to scale it back on the mechs, it can't just be hero mechs.
The good thing
they
about
need a villain to fight. Otherwise, you've got this giant mech to fight a minifigure. Bit much. So I think there needs to be. I'd like to see more villain sets.
Yeah.
I'm guessing they don't sell as well, villain sets, because kids don't want the villain. But I think it needs.
I want the villain.
Well, you need it.
Do you know what? I want the villain because out of all of like my Lego figures, not even an 1/8 of my Ninjago figures are villains.
Yeah.
I just got like.
Here's all the ninjas again.
15
Here's all the ninjas
figures.
again. Here's all the ninjas again. It's like
It's
I
just
think.
like take these ninjas. They're just like the one.
I'll tell you
I'll
tell you what had the good balance. What had the best balance for me on heroes and villains was Hidden Side.
Yeah, that was good.
Because Hidden Side, you had big sets that ultimately were the villain, but then you had
stuff to fight.
So you had like the bus was
like
the bus, the fire engine, all these things that could fight.
With the fire engine as well. I've got the set. I've got all the Hidden Side sets. They're nice. I don't think they're doing any more on them.
They're not.
But the thing with the fire set is if you take the back off, it becomes a mech, and you get to fight this giant.
But that's the thing. That one, that was the thing. The Hidden Side one that came with the mech came with a suitable sized villain
to fight
for the mech to fight, which made sense. So in this next wave of Ninjago, you've got 5 mechs and nothing bigger than this.
Yeah, bigger than that
to fight against, which is just weird. How'd you play that?
Before the Ninjago got rebooted, I remember season 4. They had these jungle copter things, and oh man, they were beast for the villains to use.
Mm-hmm.
But they had
Jungle, I think, had
well.
it right. Jungle had quite a lot of. There were villain boats, and there was even a villain sort of hideout, wasn't there? And I think they got that completely right.
And they got that dragon as well, even though it does become friends with the ninjas. It's still kind of deadly.
You need villain mechs, or you need a villain base for these mechs to fight. Otherwise, what are they fighting? With
the legacy sets, you did get Master Chen's dojo, but I mean, that's where the ninja fight other heroes. So
well, if you need a mech, you need it to fight something. That's my standpoint on it.
Yeah, because this year, I thank God these mechs are cancelled because I couldn't stand.
The Marvel mechs. Yeah, there were 3 new Marvel mechs next year. There was Wolverine, Iron Man, and Black Panther. The Wolverine one looked badass.
Yeah, I wanted that. It came with claws. They did another Iron Man, and no one knew what that mech was based off of, because his suit was just gold and there was not really any red. So I'm like,
the Wolverine mech was really nice, and the Black Panther mech was really nice, but they have cancelled them. So if you've seen images of them anywhere, they're not being released. They were supposed to release on the 1st of January.
Thank God they're not out, because they couldn't stand.
They couldn't stand up.
That's 3 less mechs in the world.
There was a design fault with them, where there were stability issues, so they just fall over. So credit to Lego for pulling them, because a lot of companies would have just let that go. Would let you buy them and be like, will you figure it out? But no, so credit to Lego, because I mean, it must be a nightmare to pull all of those things, have to rebox them, redo all the... It's... Someone's getting sacked.
I have credit to the legacy sets as well, because before they rebooted the series, they did some really, really good sets, and Lego's just recreated them. I think the first Destiny's Bounty sucked, and they've made that one a whole lot better.
I think, the new one is better.
And the dojo wasn't good, because it was like outside, and you're like, that's not where the dojo's based. Dojo's based inside. And with the fire car, I think they nailed it on that as well, because that was good. Lloyd, the set that Jack got with Lloyd's like Doom Buggy wasn't really changed. It was the exact same. But yeah, they've done some really good legacy sets that are even better than the past ones. So yeah.
Cool. We're going to wrap it up for now. We might have Nia before Christmas. We might have the Marvel magazine before Christmas. I can't even remember who was in the next Marvel one.
I think it was Falcon.
Was it? No, it wasn't. Wasn't it?
I think it was.
I can't even remember. In the next one, no, they're still showing the Iron Spider one in the magazine. I don't think it was Falcon.
These Marvel.
Was it Hawkeye?
It wasn't Hawkeye.
Was it Black Widow?
Yeah, it was.
Black Widow. Another Black Widow.
Here's the thing. We will be doing advent calendars as well.
We will, once we got to the end of that. Well, we'll also be doing whatever nugget here gets for Christmas.
I'm hoping for the Fire Dragon one, the legacy one that we were telling you about.
You'll have to wait and see. But
because the thing is, I've got a bunch of Ninjago vehicles, I've got the Destiny's Bounty, I've got some villain stuff, but do you know the only thing I haven't got for Ninjago? A dragon.
You've got a dragon.
That's kind of insane, isn't it? Because
it is a bit insane.
You need a dragon.
Well, we'll see what he gets. I mean, I can confirm my credit card bill will confirm that he won't be disappointed. So we'll have plenty to review and plenty to build. So if in the unlikely situation we don't see you before Christmas, Merry Christmas to you and a Happy New Year. And we'll see you when you see you.
Everyone.
Keep the change, you filthy animals.
Merry Christmas.